Welcome back to Take It or Heave It. I'm Ryan Peters. This right here is Amy Dittmeyer.
And this is your indie rock review show.
That's right, we're going to review 4 albums in about 5 minutes, let you know what's the cream of the crop and what's the crap.
And don't forget, check out our website with our new interview from the Brooklyn band Free Blood.
Right.
Built by Snow is a 4-piece indie act from Austin, Texas. Their debut album, Mega, was self-produced and released by the band January 13th. The single you're listening to right now is Giant Robot Attack. I can appreciate Built by Snow's playful lyrics, but I didn't like their oversimplified sound.
Built by Snow has a hyper indie pop sound that's both quick and fun. I'm going to take it. So the cover for Built by Snow's second album was designed by a fan from Chile.
Oh, I actually heard Built by Snow uses a lot of their fans' artwork for their posters, and I think they did it for their first album too, and their music videos and stuff like that. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I think they're real ground up with their fans. So that is really cool. What'd you think of the album?
I'm not really sure. This is another one that I was really on the fence about. In some respects, I thought it was really cute in a respect, like childlike, just because of the manner of the lyrics and the titles of the songs.
It's real poppy, it's real quick, you know what I mean? So.
But musically speaking, I thought it was a bit too simple just to get by on that.
Yeah, I mean, I could agree with that. It's so funny because I think this is typically the type of album where I am on the fence or I don't like it, but there's something about the energy in this. It's like as if all 4 band members sort of forgot to take their Adderall, and because it's just like there's so many tempo changes. It's really poppy, happy kind of music, and I think you either enjoy it or you don't. I really just did kind of enjoy it.
Merriweather Post Pavilion is the Baltimore act Animal Collective's 9th release total and their 2nd release on Domino Records, which came out January 12th. The single you're listening to is Lying in a Coma. I can appreciate Animal Collective's musical skill, but I thought their production was just not as good as their other albums.
Animal Collective can be tough to sit through sometimes, but if you do make it through it, there are moments of beauty and melody on the album that make it worthwhile. So, because Animal Collective is kind of more of an eclectic band, they usually get relegated to indie festivals and that kind of thing. But they have been on TV before. They made their late night debut on what I think we both agree is the best late night show, Conan O'Brien.
Yes, I love Conan. He always has good musical acts too, which is one of the appeals of him, and also the red hair.
Then the red hair. Does that mean that you think that Animal Collective was good? Did you like the album?
I think I can appreciate it musically because compositionally wise, Animal Collective has it down. Right. But I can just really never get into it because I feel like they're just all over the place. I feel like the band's solo work, like with Panda Bear and stuff like that, is fantastic.
Sure.
But when it comes to Animal Collective, I just feel it's just way all over the place.
Definitely. And speaking about that composition, there's a lot of it on the album. It's really eclectic, even from track to track. You might not realize it's the same band or even the same album because there isn't a theme that really runs through, at least not a discernible one.
Right.
But I think that if you stick with it, it's going to test your patience, but if you do, you'll get to some really beautiful moments, lots of really interesting melodies. There's a song in there called, I think it's called Accident, and I really like that track a lot, and it's towards the end. So if you stick with it through those moments, you'll get to what I think is the more valuable stuff.
Mozart Season is a California quintet that has received acclaim for their hi-fi punk sound. Their independent release, Apotheosis, came out January 17th. You're listening to their single, The Fall of Goliath. The Mozart Season sound may be well developed, but it's a sound that's kind of antiquated nowadays. I'm going to have to heave it.
I want more from Mozart Season. If you guys are going to scream, just fucking scream it out. So the name of the album is Apotheosis, and I don't know how many people know this. It's actually a term that has a lot of different definitions. There's a religious definition, but there's also a literary definition, and I'm pretty sure that that's how the band is using it. It means when the central character for a story their ego and sense of self-worth is broken down as they encounter a new reality.
Yeah, I think that kind of describes their sound, too.
Yeah, they're definitely breaking things down.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd call it Screamo. That's not really an accurate definition, but there's a lot of screaming. It's kind of thrash, speed metal type sound.
Yeah, definitely the stuff I was into in, like, middle school.
Yeah. I didn't know how to feel about this because there were times that I like it. Like I grew up in that sort of a sound.
Yeah.
My dad really likes, older heavy metal, and I kind of, like some of the more screamy music, but the problem is I don't really like what they call nu metal, and sometimes I feel like Mozart Season gets close to being nu metal-ish, with like the bridges with the soaring vocals and stuff like that.
Personally speaking, I don't like vocals like that. When you have to like scream to get your point across, it's just like I just feel like a lot of people get that from like the old school punk stuff, but they were doing that because they probably had shitty sound systems. It wasn't like it wasn't an aesthetic choice, and I just feel when you do that, I instantly just shut myself off. But I think if you like this kind of music, it's definitely a good album to actually listen to.
Yeah, and see, what I would say is scream more. Like, if you're going to scream, go balls to the wall. Just, like, scream
Rip
it out.
your vocal cords out.
Rip your vocal cords out. I don't
want you to speak tomorrow.
No, I wanted to hear you guys shred a little bit more.
Dollys Elvis is a folk rock group from New York. Their debut album, Painted Quiet, is being released in April and is an independent release. Their single you're listening to right now is Dog-Eared Page.
Stops, paper trails and bitten nails. I won't stay long with you.
The vocals on Painted Quiet are really beautiful, which is why I took the album.
Dollys Elvis has a unique and interesting folk sound that I really enjoyed. So Dollys Elvis might be my favorite band name ever, or at least this year, this decade, because what it's a reference to is that both Salvador Dali, the painter, and then Elvis, the musician, they both had twin brothers or twin siblings that were born and then died in childbirth.
That's so bizarre.
Yeah, it's like a horror movie or something like that.
Really bad horror.
Yeah. What'd you think of the album?
I liked it a lot. I felt that the vocals and the songwriting was really strong. I feel tempo-wise they could have changed it up a little bit, but there's a lot of room for growth and potential.
Yeah, I think that's basically what I kind of came away with too, which is you want maybe a little bit, you want to see them push their boundaries a little bit more, because a lot of the songs had a similar structure, similar sound to it, but it was done so well that you feel like if they were to try something new, kind of switch up the tempos a little bit more, that they could do it really well. So be excited to listen to stuff from them in the future.
Oh, yeah. And you can check out their new stuff now from their EP on their Myspace, they're also our Myspace friends. Yeah,
they're our Myspace friends. If you want to be a Myspace friend with HEAVE Media, just go to myspace.com/HEAVE Media, and we will add you. For Built by Snow, I enjoyed the quick poppy sound, but Amy thought that it was hollow and too kid-like. For Animal Collective, we both agreed that the band has a good composition, but Amy thought that it was weird for the sake of being weird. For Mozart Season, we split. I wanted them to scream more, Amy wanted them to scream less. Finally, for Dollys Elvis, we both enjoyed the folk rock sound and are looking forward to them expanding it in the future.
Thank you for watching Take It or Heave It. I'm Amy Dittmeyer, and this is Mr. Ryan Peters.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, and head by the site right now, and you can check out a recap and commentary of Obama's inauguration. And you're going to want to tune in next week, because Amy is going to wrestle a bear
to
real
death. Bear.
A live
bear. A grizzly bear.
Just fucking kill it.
It's over.
I'm excited.
I'm going to die.
HeaveMedia.com would like to thank the Polish Ambassador for creating our theme music. If you'd like to know more, go to PolishAmbassador.com.
I was walking down Bourbon Street in Mardi Gras in 2000, and I was standing there, and people were flinging beads all at other people, girls taking off their shirts. I pulled my pants down, and people were flinging their beads on my penis like a ring toss game.
So I had just gotten back from Russia, and my two friends decided to throw me a party in their apartment. So we just started hitting the pure vodka. I vomited on myself. So I got out of their apartment, and I was running across the parking lot completely naked. My one friend trying to catch me with a towel, and my other friend just videotaping the whole thing, yelling, "Run, Forrest, run."